The colonel was lying flat on the ground, trying to stay out of sight from the Americans. But the next second, a submachine gun was pressed against his head. When he looked up, it wasn't an enemy, it was a Japanese soldier. The man sneered, calling Oka a coward, and suggested they split up. For the next few days, Oka struggled alone through the jungle. While he was taking a quick break to regain his strength, a sudden noise came from behind. He instantly pulled out his pistol, only to find a few other soldiers who had also survived. So Oka decided to step up and lead them, vowing to fight the Americans to the very end. Soon after, they stumbled across an empty Coke bottle. Oka knew right away the Americans had to be close. He ordered his men to set up grenades as a trap, but the Americans saw through it almost immediately and followed the trail straight toward them, closing in on a clearing. Just then, a thick fog rose from the forest, and both sides lost all visibility. Oka quickly gave the order to retreat. They pulled back to a campsite and, to their surprise, found more than 200 survivors there, with plenty of food and ammunition. That discovery gave Oka confidence. He decided they could hold out and fight back against the Americans. But he didn't expect what came next: a sudden air raid. American bombers tore the place apart, turning the camp into rubble. Oka rushed back with his men, only to find nothing but ruins, with the wounded crying out everywhere. As the highest-ranking officer left, Oka stepped up and took command. They moved again, setting up a brand new camp. In the days that followed, the Americans blasted Japanese folk songs from loudspeakers at the foot of the mountain. The soldiers began to waver, their morale slipping. Sensing danger, Oka doubled down, telling them surrender would only bring torture and abuse from the enemy. The very next morning, scouts spotted 2 American soldiers near their camp. Oka immediately ordered another relocation, but not before leaving behind a little gift. When the Americans finally reached the site, they found it completely deserted. But in the very next moment,